It looks like we're live. Are we? It does. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome here to our show, Balcony Banter. It's so lovely having you all on. Ian, Christine, and where is our star of the show, Tim? He's still getting
He's
something,
just
right?
getting something, I think.
Just getting something. Okay, so welcome here. I need to go back to the chat and see who we have on. Who made it to the channel? Who found us? We already had a few comments in the beginning. Just at the beginning, Craig Andrews, hello. Derek Walker was one of the first ones. Alan Gabby, hi. Ian Miller, we got on. Ooh, and we got Tracy Addison. Hi, Tracy. David Longden, Julie Wade. Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming on to my channel. Thank you. Nikki Duntruckin, Trisha Slater, and David Longden, Jeff Daniels.
Hey, guys.
Hi, there he is, Timmy baby. How does that feel? How does that feel, me having the control panel?
Oh, I don't like losing control.
I bet you don't. I bet you don't. Who else do we have on?
Well, I love Tim's Willie, says Mr. Three-Way. Very good. I don't know how you can block people on here.
We got Tree Surgeon on. Mr. Three-Way. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, it's very authentic tonight. Very authentic.
And yeah.
11 squared minus 2010 squared. So what most of you guys might do is...
Well, is that by me in the background, is it?
I guess so. I guess. Moira, we got on. Hi, Moira. And Evie Blue.
It's Christina's phone, but it was my fault.
We got our first faulty towers.
Did you turn my audiobook on?
Yeah, by accident.
The audiobook. Yeah. Christine, what did you listen to this week?
It was The Night Road by Christina. Not sure now.
The Night Road.
It's quite a good book.
Yeah?
It's about a young girl who drives home from a party and she has a crash and her best friend dies.
Oh, that's nasty.
Okay.
So the family is dissing her all the time. And she even got to jail because she pleaded guilty, although her lawyer said plead not guilty, but she didn't listen.
So that was the audio sound. We were just
I'm not I can't do anything. I can't do anything from all the people that are all the trolls on the account because nobody's a moderator.
No worries. This is authentic live, so that's the deal. That's the deal. We got Pete and Shelly on. Hi. We got, who else do we have? I already said. Oh, Thelma Brindley. We have who else? Roger Channing. Hi. Simon Ferrand. Very good. Neil Davidson. Hi, Neil. And we got Maria. Hola, mi niña guapa. Un saludo. And many more. Marie Alti, photography. Nice channel, by the way. And who else? Heather McCarthy and Distraction UK. Yep. Many thanks, everyone, for making it to my channel. So this is like the second time we're doing this. And we have decided for Balcony Banter to do this every first Wednesday of the month. So, yes, I'm happy to have you on checking out my channel too. And Ian, how are you? Because you were the one who suggested it as well.
Yes, well, why not? Something different. something different to add to the Wednesday.
Exactly. How are
Yes,
you doing?
yeah, not too bad. It's been a long week this week. It's the weather just hasn't been good at all.
Yeah.
We haven't been getting out for our normal walks to see uh, the growth on the trees and the bushes and that. Although, in saying that, this afternoon we were out, you see quite a bit of difference with a lot of the buds. Earlier on, when we were out, like sort of last week and the week before, you saw just the small buds. They're actually starting to open now, and depending on the type of bushes and plants and shrubs there is, some of them are actually out.
Yeah.
When you look at the broom and everything, the yellow buds are actually opened out now, and it just shows you there is heat in the air going about, and the growth is actually starting now.
And
On it.
and you can't wait to go for a walk or in your garden
Yeah,
to
yes.
start
Well,
gardening.
this is the thing now. I'm just it's still a wee bit cold for getting plants and seeds and
Yeah.
that in because
Yeah.
I have no covering this year. I'm just putting them raw in, so just keep our fingers crossed. The
Yeah.
frost and that doesn't come. But
And you keep yourself busy with balcony banter as well.
aye, you guys keep me busy. There's never a
Yes,
dull moment with you guys.
exactly.
You're out there cracking the whip. You know, yes,
Exactly.
yeah,
We keep you busy and you keep us busy.
yeah.
That's how
Well,
it goes, supporting
what?
each other.
Yeah, why not? Why not? We're all a community. We're all out to help one another and sort of relax and enjoy our Wednesday.
The Wednesdays, yes, the Wednesdays are BB time. So, BB, Timmy baby, how are you?
I am stressed beyond repair. I left it too late to organise everything, and then I forgot stuff.
Like this? Do you feel it's more stressful like how we're doing
Yeah,
it
because
now?
I'm not in control. I'm not in control, and there's this. I mean, I managed to get rid of that guy that was spamming the chat because I don't really like that on it. It's not nice for everybody else. But I obviously, because I'm logged in here as an administrator and we're logged into your account, I am obviously an administrator.
Exactly.
So I could do it. So all you got to do is when they say something you don't like or that's really nasty, and he was nasty, the guy. Mm-hmm. Probably his parents didn't love him, as we said.
Bless him.
Or her. Then if you press the little three buttons on the screen, and you can block the person. You can put them in a timeout, like in the naughty corner.
Yeah. Neil is asking, Tim, has the weather settled down now? Well, the weather is
really.
Still so and so.
Yeah, I mean, I do my daily thing. So if you want to see what the weather's like at noontime any day from the middle of January to now, I've done the shorts, the 60-second shorts. So if you go to the LWMST channel and go to the main page and then down to the shorts shelf, it's called, then you'll be able to see the shorts there, and you can pick any day you like. You'll see what the weather was like at midday. But as you all know, the weather is different in the morning, lunchtime, and the evening on this island. Because as it comes over the apogee, there's different ways where the sun can do it. And but the temperature's been very similar. It's sort of within 2 or 3 degrees of each other each day, isn't it?
Goes down to 17.
It was down to 17 last night at about midnight. But that was up here chilly on the 3rd. That's chilly for us, yeah. I mean, 17 when I was in England was a nice summer day.
Probably, yeah. Well, it's still shorts weather.
Neil Davis says, why would the weather be so lovely in January and February, but not in March and April? Oh, we both pressed this. I'm going to keep my fingers off, Juliana.
No, I got it.
I got my fingers off. Why would the weather be so lovely January, February, but not so in March and April? March and April are like the weird months, aren't they? It can either be like high summer or cool. We've even had some bad rains in March and April over the years, I think. October and March and April are the sort of not sure months.
Yeah.
I guess it's the climate change already.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's especially just now. I mean, when you look at the map for Scotland at the moment, the north of Scotland, it's so funny. The bit at the north of Scotland are getting snow, but you come around and come down the east coast, and we're not too bad. As I say, at least it was fair today, and it's been that wee bit warmer, which is But every now and again, it just changes, and the rain starts again, and that's it, like
It's transformation. So we're getting out of winter, and now into springtime. And this is right now this current moment where it's still like not really winter, not really spring. So it's a mishmash, and it's just a period of transformation, I guess. Like our moods.
yeah. Like
Roger's saying he's hoping. I was hoping mid-May is going to be good. May is usually very good. May is actually the lowest season, so you get some good deals in May. So it's the end of the high season is the end of April, and the 1st of May, everything shuts down for maintenance and stuff, or a lot of places shut down for maintenance because that's seen as the low season. There's still plenty to do and plenty open, but the weather's quite nice. You can get some really high summer days in May.
Yeah. And it's like the month right after Easter. So at Easter, during Easter break, it gets quite full. The hotels are usually very full throughout Easter, because then we also have people from mainland Spain coming over, or people who live here on the island, who come from the north. They also usually come down south, or vice versa, whatever, to have a little break. So La Semana Santa is coming up shortly. Yeah. What are you guys doing for Easter? Let us know in the chats if you have planned anything special. If there's anything exciting you are doing, just let us know.
Yeah, we're gonna eat the Easter eggs.
We got some Easter eggs full of Schladerer schnapps from Gunnar. Thank you, Gunnar.
And we're gonna eat them and the Easter bunny.
And we got an Easter bunny from, what's that famous Lindt?
Yeah.
I think it's a Lindt Easter bunny we got as well.
And what do you eat first? The ear or the legs?
The bum.
Okay. The bum.
I don't have it because it's Christina's.
You can join me.
Rick and Shelley are on. Hi, Rick and Shelley. Don't forget, they got Wine Down Wednesday tonight at 8:00.
Okay. What are you drinking, by the way?
We have a juicy.
Ooh.
With water.
Surely.
I used to mix it with tonic, but then I realized that it just tastes exactly the same with water. In fact, it's a bit sweeter with just water because the tonic gives it a bitter taste,
Cheers. I got coffee.
We're having a cup of tea tonight because we've decided to have chips and egg. Now, everybody's going to say it's not chips and egg, it's egg and chips.
Correct.
But I like saying chips and egg.
Okay. Okay. So today's topic, what we're talking about in the video, is another episode. I don't even know. It was from 2018.
It was actually from 2017.
Wow. Long time ago.
Yeah, this one is actually the follow-up one that you did previously.
Yes.
From a personal level, and this is your follow-up to that one.
Exactly. So in this episode, it's about caregiver support. I'm talking about caregiving, and I mean we have perfect examples here. So I think
Christina looks after me well.
Yes, you do mutually. So we have the video coming up, and if you guys want to put anything in the chat, we're happy to put it on the screen and discuss afterwards. So I I'm just gonna go and put it on now. Add to stream. Here's the video. Oh, I was gonna do something else so that I get actually what's it called? I'm gonna
the
put
logo.
The logo. Let me do this. And here we go.
No, you put it's the other video. That's my thing.
That's okay. Oh, so which one is it? That one.
The one that.
Here we go.
Yeah.
This is Julia. And today I prepared a video for you, which is a sort of connection to one of my previous videos I made last week. And in this previous video, I was talking about how my mom is doing this fantastic job as a caregiver for my dad, who's with Alzheimer's disease. And how I started with personal development, first of all for myself, to strengthen myself and to heal myself in a very difficult situation, life situation. So secondly, of course, personal development is also great help for my mom, as I can be a great mental support for her from far away. So in this video, I would like to make a few suggestions what caregivers can do in their daily routine to shift their thinking from mainly caregiver tasks to a positive attitude. So there are a few suggestions I would like to make. So first of all, what can you actually do? You have this huge responsibility, of course, and not much time to yourself. But point is that you have all certain needs. Everyone has needs. In the lives of a caregiver, however, those needs, they're put behind the person they're taking care of, and mostly those needs are neglected, but they still do exist. So what can you do when you have a moment of time? Just any given moment of time that you have, you can, for example, do a little meditation. It does not need to take long, but just meditating, reconnecting with your inner self, finding inner peace, that is a good thing to do. And once you get into the flow and do that regularly, you will see that it's very calming for you. Another thing you can also do is go out in nature. Nature is always calming, the green is calming and soothing. So a walk in nature where you can take deep breaths and reconnect to your inner self and to your inner wants, that is always very supporting. And what else can you do? For example, when you have done those things like meditation or going for a walk, you might have certain thoughts while you're doing this. So you could get another routine going, which is writing all those thoughts down. Write them in a book and see what happens. What thoughts do you have each time you are doing those activities? What is it that you can provide for yourself? So once you get into a little routine doing that, it's going to be a help for you. And then when you go through your book and read it again, then you will think, wow, what have I done there? Have I had those thoughts? They were in my mind, really? So that's another thing you can do. It's all the little things that you can do that to shift your thinking to shift your thinking from mainly the caregiver's tasks to your own inner self. Because in the end, the important thing is that that you focus on something positive. It's your choice. It's always your own choice what you want to put your focus on. So make it a good choice, and do it most of all for yourself. It's not egoistic thinking at all. It's taking care of yourself, and while you are taking care of your own self, you can take better care for others too. So thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions, just leave me please a comment below. And yeah, I hope this video helped, and keep it going. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.
Here we are again. Are we?
Yeah.
Here we are again. Oh, we made it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, I did have my first faulty towers tonight.
Cool,
Bear
dude.
with
I'll have to wash the shirt and send it to you.
Exactly.
Thank you, Dennis and Winnie.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So thanks for staying with us on the chat as well. And Tim, I mean, you are a caregiver yourself. I found a lot of the things that I said in the video quite suiting for you as well. How do you feel about it?
Well, I'm not a big meditator,
Yeah.
and I'm not a big journal writer,
Yeah.
and I'm not into nature.
Yeah.
But I have my own type of meditation that I do, which is I watch movies.
Which takes all night.
I watch movies. And I have a sort of journal, which is YouTube. And I sort of like nature. No, I don't like nature. I'm not a big nature lover, but I like going for walks.
Well, exactly. I was going to say that. I mean, maybe that was very much what I was using at that time for my mom, or what I suggested her doing to calm down and get her at a better place. But you definitely, I feel that you definitely do a lot of things in a very good way that is perfectly suited for you. So let's maybe take it into a different context. So, for instance, for the physical cup, the cups that I'm always talking about, filling your own cups. The physical cup you are doing, you're filling up by doing your walking, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you agree?
Well, I haven't been doing that for the last 2 weeks, so.
Well, you are gonna get going again, I guess.
Can I just gut in here just for 1 second? We got this guy that keeps coming on and doing it. Just ignore the guy, please, because if you concentrate on what he's saying, you're not concentrating on what we're saying. And it's not embarrassing, tree surgeon. It definitely isn't embarrassing, unless you're embarrassed, and then just don't look.
Yeah? Everyone is welcome here, and yeah, it's where we want to put our focus on. That's
exactly.
Rose.
So don't if somebody's playing silly buggers in the comments, don't worry.
Exactly.
There's a comment come up from Heather McCarthy. If you do not look after yourself, you are not in a position to look after someone else. In other words, yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's very good. Thank you, Heather. That's exactly how it's meant. What I said in the video as well, and just take the example of the airplane situation. In the airplane, when they explain the safety procedure, you are also asked first to put your mask on before you assist others. So that's sort of like the same goes, I guess, for caregiving as well. And yeah, Tim with the Christine
she doesn't have a clicker with her.
Give me the clicker.
We're going to get the clicker.
Christine, go ahead.
What's really important is the fun. To be funny.
Yeah.
Not be a caregiver that, oh, how are you, dear?
Yes.
I can do without that.
Absolutely. Exactly. So that's why it's important as well that, for instance, Tim is doing things he is enjoying, so that makes him or keeps him in a better mood, and then he automatically is in a better mood to be funny for you. Be the funny Timmy baby that you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do stuff I'm enjoying, so.
Exactly.
I listen to my books and lots of podcasts and.
Yeah. Exactly. And do you also enjoy when, for instance, the both of you are sitting on the balcony and you're just having your little chats, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I interview her, or just our daily chats.
Well,
daily
both
chats are not so many.
Well, not many daily chats, no, because we eat, and then after we've eaten, Christina puts earphones on and goes into a book, and I'm on my phone like this. But I think it's quite good that we have every meal. We have both meals. We have 2 meals a day, and we have every meal together. And we've got a routine, I think is what it is. And the routine is basically not that I'm giving care to Christina. It's just that we're doing stuff together. It's like you remember when in the 60s and the 70s. I don't know whether I'm going to date myself here, but in the 60s and the 70s, you had the time where the father would have the father figure and the mother would have the mother figure, and she'd do all the washing up and cooking and cleaning, and he'd go out to work and come back. It was a very sort of like defined roles, and you wouldn't actually say that that's a caregiver. And I feel we're in the same boat here, that there's certain things that I do and there's certain things that Chris does, and we just live normally. It's not like a job. It's how we live our lives. And if you look at it as a job, or you're actually doing it as a job, then it's totally different than if you're doing it like I do it, which is part of living in Tenerife.
Yeah, but exactly. I mean, both of you, are at a place where you really truly want to be, where you enjoy being, and as well as doing
teamwork.
Thelma Brindley says, you are living your life together, Tim and Christine. It's called teamwork. Yeah. Exactly. Teamwork makes the dream work. Very good. Yeah, exactly. And you're living it. You're living it. So yeah. And I guess Christine as well is like you said, taking care of you in a way that maybe you're not really even aware of, but simply the patience you have.
Not stressing me out.
Yeah.
by not stressing me out. She can read the room very well.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just remind him it's time to hang up the washing.
Yeah, she lets us know when she lets me know when I've failed at a job.
Well, when he was just about to do it and then forgot about it and walks away again.
Yeah. She just reminds me things. She's a good manager, aren't you, kid?
Yeah.
You're a good manager.
Very good, huh? Without micromanaging.
There's something she does, and she knows she does it, and she knows it annoys me. Is that she tells me to do something just before I do it anyway? You know, and
I try to stop that.
Oh. Evie Blue is saying the well-being of the caregiver is often overlooked. Yes, I agree. And I think personally, from having lived this experience also with my mom being the caregiver for my dad, I feel it's really down to the individual caregiver, um, because obviously some people are more on top and maybe care too much and set themselves back too much. There has to be a natural importance for your own self, I feel. And I think between Tim and Christine, between the two of you, it's very healthy, very healthy, very balanced, I would say. Yeah. So that's
if people can just stop commenting about the trolls, then the trolls will go away. I'm doing my best to block them as they come up, but we don't get them all on here, and I can't do it on the phone because I'm not a moderator in Giuliani's channel, so I can only do it what I see here, and we don't get all of them here. We only get top chats here, so I apologize. But just ignore them. It's
likewise.
Just ignore them.
And as I said, they're welcome. You never know what they're listening to.
Exactly.
Maybe learning something, eh? Maybe learning something.
So, Ian, you are a caregiver for your plants. How do you see that from the flora kind of perspective?
From looking after plants, that's a different sort of caregiving. You have to be very gentle. You take time out and be gentle with them. It's something, it was said, I think you said it, and it was said up in the chat, it's the simple pleasures that help the caregiver along. If you get overstressed, you'd be looking to sort of occupy your mind for a short break with something different. I know sometimes it is a very difficult thing maybe to break away from the people or the person that you're looking at. But I think sometimes you just have to take the decision and say, I'm needing a break. When you take that break, I would say you have to be something completely different, even though it's just picking up maybe a book or a magazine, just to clear your thoughts for 10, 15 minutes or so. Just give me that wee break. One thing I would like to ask, I mean, people that's living in what we call concrete jungles, where they maybe don't have a lot of space or time to go out. There's maybe not a lot of nature round about them. If they have room to get maybe a couple of plants in a pot sitting beside their window, it's always something different, something refreshing.
That helps.
Yeah.
Like my cacti here.
Like your cacti, like your window box.
You got the best view.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing for me. It's trying to keep yourself positive, trying to keep your mind alert to what the care that you're given. But as I said before, you need to give yourself a wee break.
And it's down to the individual and maybe breaking the time pattern as well, making the decision to maybe call a friend, and it's not a problem to make friends or people you deal with aware of the situation you are in. You know, they will be very understanding about it, that certain times you're just not available. or you got to interrupt the phone call or the conversation. I'm sure people understand. They're usually very much empathetic with that.
There's Trish. I mean, that's a true statement that Trish has made there. Being a carer is constant. I did it with my mum for 8 years. I loved her so much, I found I could do it, but got no time for herself.
Yes. Yes.
That to me is a very difficult thing. Just as I said before, take 5 minutes, but sometimes you don't get 5 minutes.
I think that you have to make the 5 minutes, because it's unfair to you and to the person you're caring for if you don't have that time, because you obviously end up becoming bitter, and that nobody wants that. So to stop yourself becoming bitter, the carer has to be a little bit selfish once in a while. And if you organize it with the person you're caring for, that they understand that you need that and why you need that, then I'm sure that you can come to some arrangements. Obviously, if you're dealing with dementia or Alzheimer's or something like that, where the person you're caring for may not be in the best cognitive situation, then it's harder. But in the end, you have to take that time. Like 4 o'clock any afternoon, I'm basically out the door shopping, right? And sometimes I don't go shopping.
Yeah, but it's your
you
time. It's your you time, and it's important. It's important, and as you said, you make the time. Everyone has those 24 hours a day, and even as not being caregivers,
we get an extra hour in the summer, don't we? Don't we get an extra hour in the summer?
Only once.
Like that. Feels like that. Even if you're not being a caregiver, for instance, oftentimes we tend to say, "Oh, I don't have the time. I don't have the time," and that's exactly the same. We either make the time for certain things, or we just don't. And ultimately, the person who's looked after, even maybe in situations like Alzheimer's disease, where cognitive behavior is just not present and functioning as such, even they feel it, because ultimately it's vibration. And the better you as a caregiver are in a state of on a higher state of vibration, the better the other person will receive this, and the better the communication between those people will flow, because vibrations can either be off or they can be harmonious. And that's what I found in particularly situations with Alzheimer patients, like my dad, for instance. So, yeah. So how about the plants, Ian?
Well, getting back to the plants, they do, once they start coming through and growing, they need a lot of tender, loving care. People laugh. How are you giving your plants tender, loving care? You go and you look after them. You give them what they look for. You keep them clean roundabout. You keep them well fed, and it pays dividends at the end of the day, because you get something that you like. It's something that you've achieved, something that you've put out there to do that. It is often that somebody said time on their hands. I never have time on my hands. If I get fed up looking at something and it's a good day outside, you know exactly where I'll go. And sitting, pricking out plants into pots is a very it's a pretty job. It takes a lot of time and patience to look after the small seedlings that's just come through. If you damage them, you lose that plant.
Yeah.
So you do need a wee bit of patience there. But after you've done that, you feel refreshed and you go back to what you're doing again. As we said earlier on, you clear your mind of what you had and you've got something fresh and you go back. Likewise, I would say to carers and that, if they have access to the great outside and the great nature, get out and give yourself a wee walk round, especially just now when plants are got buds and the buds start opening. Go round the route 2-3 different times once a week, but go the same route and you can actually see the difference. I have just realised this past couple of weeks. I mean, I said once before, the first time we went out, there was nothing. The next week you go out, the plants are starting to open. This week, today when we were out, the plants have opened up and you've got, flourish. It's nice to see, and you can see how nature moves on. It gives you something clearer in your mind.
Absolutely. And I feel it goes with the comment we got just on by Dan Truckin. One of my best mates is caring for his wife. She had a clot on the brain and lost use of her left side. I visit them at least every week. I've told him to ring me if he needs any help. He never does. Some people struggle with asking for help and just not to be bombarding others and be a load for others, but maybe just keep messaging and sending some thoughts and maybe just be there, something funny, so that they have something to laugh about and cheer the day up, brighten the day up the way you do it as a friend. So that can help a lot.
Yeah, you've actually said it, Juliana. You have to be brave and ask for help. Eventually, it will wear you down. You have to be brave.
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris? I mean, if I got somebody else to come in and help, how would you feel?
Depends who the somebody would be.
You mean if it was Juan from the pool, it'd be okay, right? The pool guy. You'd be okay with the pool guy.
Yeah.
Okay. The pool guy.
What happens if let's say I break my arm now? What would happen? Would you want family to come over and help, or professional, or just friends?
You don't break your leg.
That's a good outlook.
There you are.
We will cross the bridge when we come to it.
We're going to cross that bridge when we come to it. Yeah.
Good, very clever, Christine.
I will paraphrase Ian here. Plant pot.
Oh, thank you. For whatsoever a man soweth, so shall he reap.
Yes.
So if you look after your wee plant, you get something. You get a reward at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I have never got a reward by planting anything. It's always been a disappointment to me and a chore.
But you plant upside down.
Now I listen to lots of podcasts.
Click, you got to click. If you got the clicker in your hand, you got to click. Come on. Press it out. There you go. Oh, jeez. So which podcast are you talking about?
About the ones they say you don't have to work in the garden so much because of the insects. So you don't want to mow your lawn all the time.
In case you get the baby rabbits.
That as well, and the beetles and sorts of creepy crawly things.
The beetles and the creepy. Oh, right. They're
very important for them.
Yeah, I mean, I could sow natural weezy. What's a natural weezy? Meadows. I could look after a meadow, Ian.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Or a weed patch.
Yeah, I think
Cole's saying anything that happens to you, Tim, will all be over to look after Christina. Stop your fretting. Everybody's going to come over.
Oh, good.
Yep. Good.
I agree with you, Christine. A lot of people will mow their lawn 2-3 times a week. I like to let mine get up and let the insects get into the clovers and that, and do what they do, get the bees and that into them, and take the pollen and everything away. Okay, I don't leave it like a field of hay, but I reckon, once a week, once in 10 days or something like that, give nature a wee chance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I did, and they usually sort of just go like this.
You're not saying the right words, Mama. You're not saying the right words.
I used to sing to them.
If you compare, like for instance, the garden to the mind, there also you can plant good seeds, or you can plant negative seeds like thoughts, and then it's up to the individual to actually cultivate the garden, and because obviously it's very much with human nature that the weeds, the negative thoughts are overwhelming, and if we don't really care and contribute our gardening, then they will take over, and that's just how it is. So doing constructive things, and it doesn't mean that that weeds are not allowed to be there. They also have their perfect sense and use, because it all goes hand in hand, but still having maybe the foundation there sorted.
Yep.
Be hard work. Christine, find him.
What's that one?
I took it. I put it on and off again because I pressed the wrong button. I'm just getting rid of the womble, or whatever it's called, a weeble or a womble or something. You can always tell when they come back on. They'll be back on in a minute, because it goes between 57 and 58 people watching, and so we know it's the same guy just creating a new account. But it's a lot of effort for that. So well done you.
That's a lot of effort.
That's a lot of effort, yeah. And we don't even know who she is.
Or he. Or it.
No, it's definitely a she.
Moira Fitzsimmons says, sorry, Chris. Go on.
How do you know it's a she?
How do I know it's a she?
Yeah.
It's probably a he, but I just want to know him.
Moira
be
says,
gentle.
I detest slugs that
I'm
give
being
me
gentle.
Yes. What a shame, Moira. You need slugs in your garden.
Aww.
Not in amongst the cabbage, I'm afraid.
But is a book something like is a Scottish word, is it?
Gives me the book.
Book.
Book. Being sick.
Or does it stand for something?
Being sick.
Okay.
And, okay. Okay. Also, that one. I can put that one. And Richard Walton. And good human nature can also look after others. Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Looking after
that was
others.
a follow-up from the nature will look after itself, and good human nature can also look after others. You're right.
Yeah. Exactly. We profit from nature, and then the ripple effect is humans profit from humans, age to age.
I saw something today, or was it last night? I saw it was probably is today, because it'll be after midnight. That there's only one time when all the countries of the world have come together to solve a problem, and that was when the ozone layer was a thing.
Mm-hmm. And are the dogs barking?
No, I just got a message from somebody.
Oh.
I forgot to put myself on mute. Sorry about that. I'll read it later. But yeah, it was it was the ozone layer, and 200 countries got together and signed a ban of CFC gas.
Mm-hmm.
And so looking after nature is also not destroying it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was like the deo sprays, the deodorant with the with the what was it called? You just mentioned it, KFC. No, not KFC.
They didn't ban KFC. They banned CFCs. I can't even remember. Corifluoride aluminum. And Slimmer Life's put up there, only managed to link into the live now. Nature is our natural environment, connected to nature, and it is transforming.
Yeah.
Only managed to link to that. Nature is our natural environment, connect to nature, and it is transforming. Yeah, unfortunately, we transform it into concrete blocks most of the time.
Yep,
our natural environment, and we automatically feel much better when we go out in nature, whether it is a walk or just looking out through the window and seeing something with nature. It automatically makes you feel more soothed, I guess.
Yeah. It's a funny thing. We're talking about nature there, and we're talking about the concrete structures and that. If you think about the concrete structures and everything they put up way back in the 60s, okay, they needed accommodation for people. So the quickest way to do it was pour concrete, put up these big blocks. But nobody ever thought about the green spaces. If you look at what they're doing now, all these concrete buildings, blocks, or whatever you want to call them, monstrosities, are being pulled down. They're generating new housing estates, and they're putting a lot of green nature into them. Play parks for kids, trees on avenues, things like that. There is a shift to make people more aware of what nature can do and what it is.
And even those skyscrapers or the concrete buildings are transformed. Some of them being full with green plants, or even on top of some of the skyscrapers, you find, for instance, beehives. And people who are cultivating bees. So that's a thing going on as well.
Yeah, I know. I can
apiarists.
Recollect that when I was serving my apprenticeship, they built a massive office block in Perth. It was on a slope, so they built it into the ground at different levels, all going up. But the architect and consultant's idea was, at the end of the day, each part that was left open was covered in gardens. So if you were flying over it, you never saw anything. All you saw was the actual outline of the building. And to this day, it is still like that. They're actually mature gardens now, shrubs and what have you. You know, what a difference it makes.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Moira's saying there's a lot more homeless around now, though. And Dunn Trucking's on his way out. See you, Dunn.
Yep.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, but homelessness is nothing to do with architecture. I think homelessness is to do with politics. But
correct.
I won't go there on your channel.
Peace, everyone.
We might lose a lot of people then.
Oh, we just lost 5 people.
You know, this is very authentic.
Willie Rushton's on. Hey, Willie. All new housing estates
have an
OAP care home. Yeah,
yes,
should have or do have.
Yes. Yep.
And Ali Bennett's got to go. Thanks, Ali, for all your support.
Thank you, Ali, for coming on.
We're coming up to the hour now, anyway.
Yes.
Really, aren't we?
Hey, that
Ian.
Thanks for the compliments, says Ray.
Yep.
Email pics. Okay.
Yep.
Yes. Thank you for sending me. And also,
Craig
Ian,
saying is a Paris favourite subject, politics.
Politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, dear.
What do we have, my dear, next week?
Oh, it is the power of change.
The power of change.
The power of change. Okay.
It is an external one. If it is still on, done.
Before everybody leaves, though, I mean, there's a couple of people leaving now. But before everybody leaves, you're on Giuliani's channel now. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, close the chat, press the subscribe button, and turn the chat back on. Please.
What would I do without you?
I know.
You're so good at that. Chris, what last words do you have for us tonight?
Where's me dinner?
Oh, yeah, that as well. What do I have?
As caregiving, like, have you got any sort of like thing you want to say to the caregiver or Cash?
Caregivers are great. Best thing since sliced bread.
And was the sliced bread I made this morning good?
Yeah, it was very good. Bit thick, maybe.
I cut it too thick. That's because it was too soft because it just came out the oven.
It was really fresh. So.
Really fresh. Yeah.
But good.
Right, people are popping off now.
Enjoyed it.
Good.
Best thing to do for your cared ones is, from time to time, is play the platters.
The platters. That's it. Very good advice, Jeffrey.
This darkness bright.
That's it.
And Heather McCarthy's already subscribed. Yay!
Thank you, Heather. Thank you. And Ian, what are your last words for tonight before we sign off?
My last words, I'll finish with something you talked about earlier on, the simple pleasures of being positive. It's entitled Get Outside. Being in the nature is fantastic for boosting positivity. Not only does it reduce stress and calm the mind, it restores energy, strengthens our immune system, sharpens our focus, and benefits our short-term memory, and helps maintain our vision. It even keeps us alive for longer. And we are learning more about the amazing health benefits of the great outdoors every day. Recent research has shown that a single exposure to nature, for instance, a morning walk through the park or pottering around the garden, boosts your positivity for the next 7 hours. So what are you waiting for? Get yourself outside.
Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you. Very good advice.
Well done.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Timmy baby.
I like that.
I'd like to thank Ian and Giuliani and Christina, of course, but mostly Ian and Giuliani for persevering with me over the last few years. And now we're getting a bit more onto Giuliani's channel. I think this Balcony Banter subjects go really, really well with the other things that are on Giuliani's channel. And we're going to be doing this, I think, once a month. The first Wednesday of the month is Balcony Banter is going to be on your channel. And we're going to try and get her up to 1,000. I mean, it's only because I want to get her up to 1,000. You know, it's Giuliani's channel is... Yeah, Giuliani's channel is there's certain things that we have to do on Giuliani's channel to keep it secure. And therefore, one of the things is she doesn't show how many subscribers she already has. But I will definitely let you know. when she gets to the 1,000. So just pop that thing on there. And don't forget to go to julianenendel.com. She does more than just chat on YouTube. She's got a lot of other services and things that you can look up there. And who knows, you might need to have a chat with somebody. And I think, Juliani, you're open for a chat most days, right?
Absolutely.
Just
yes.
organize a time with her. And the first, as we said in the thing, the first 30 minutes is free. But if you want to take advantage of Juliani's services there, then please feel free. And it's more than you think. So go and take a look there.
Thank you
That's
so
what I wanted
much.
to say.
Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. I'm happy to see it's still 60 people on. I'm thrilled. Very good. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone, Christine, Ian, and Tim, for making this happen. And staying with me through my faulty towers. And for all of you watching, I hope you like the topic. And if you are a caregiver, just make sure to fill your 3 cups, fill them, have them filled every day, full, because that's how you can only take care of yourself, and then you can take better care of others as well, and the ones you love and the ones you want to stick around with. So see you all next week and on Tim's channel then. Bye.
Yes. Oh, except for one of them. One of them is going to stay on your channel, so you can go live the same time as me.
Oh.
Maria, Juliana, all
Maria.
the best for your channel.
Maria.
Yeah, cool, dude.
Muchas gracias, mi niña. Oh, thank you so much. And see you all next Wednesday.
Don't forget Ricochet, Wind Down Wednesday, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do it?
Bye all.
Yeah, if you want, put it on.
Bye, everybody. I'll put it on very quick. Oh, that was really quick.